Hello, I just want to let everybody know your car warranty is expiring and we're trying to get in touch with you. Who isn't sick of those phone calls? My God, I must get 3 of them a day and my warranty is not expiring. Anyway, this will be another video on my favorite strains, and this is one of my 2 absolute favorite strains, as I try to say strains, and it's the All Red Albinos. You're noticing this is a backup breeder tank, so there's some extra fish in here, like this wonderful guy who's got the super long gonopodium. The long fin ones can't do anything. The females are fine. That's one of the long fin females. And when the long fin females are hit by the shorter fin males, which I promise I do have a few in there, and then they will throw about, from what I've gotten, about 60% long fin mix of male and females, and 40% short fin. And I think if you add 60 and 40, you get to 100. So these fish are excellent. There is one runty looking male in there. Hopefully he'll make an appearance. It's a long fin male, so I didn't have a place to put him, so I didn't have to worry about him getting to the females, because they can't. And they're eating some live baby brine shrimp, which is why they're going nuts and ignoring me. Now I think I've kind of got it down with how to get the albinos to show up nicely on camera, and I either use a dirty glass lid above them, or in this case no lid, but it's a milder LED light overhead. The plants in the background are the thin leaf water sprite. There's a couple of thick or broadleaf water sprite in there as well. They didn't interbreed, I just have some of both types. So maybe we can get one of these knuckleheads on here so you can actually look at them. And excellent fish. I really couldn't be happier with these. Trying to find a shorter fin, normal fin female, because they have an incredible dorsal, longer than the long fin females' dorsals. So the long fin females are fully functional and able to breed. The long fin males are not, despite what anybody says. The long gonopodium starts to develop at about 6 weeks of age. So they're useless from about 7 weeks of age. So really nothing you can do about that. It just shows that the long fin ones, females, are very important to keeping this strain looking good. Now I obviously put in too much live baby brine shrimp, but believe me, they will eat it all. So, and we have a wonderful joke from Chattanooga Ed. He said he ate at a new restaurant on the moon. Great food, no atmosphere. Ba-dum-bum. That's not bad. So, what can you do? And what do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky. Beef jerky. I may have told that before, but I like it. So that's like 2 jokes in the space of 4 minutes. Nobody can complain there. So what I'll also do is I'll show a younger batch than these. These fish are 7.5 to 8 months old. I have the paper somewhere. I think today's March 6th, 2021. Unless I've time traveled. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And these fish were born 6.5 months ago. Just well, 7 months ago. So, and that's fine. They're great size. This is about the oldest you would want to buy some fish, because you're probably only going to get a few drops out of the females before they're a little too old to have decent drops. Now the albinos, just like other ones for me, they go after their fry like crazy. I netted out 5 fry out of this tank before I started the video. And I probably could have gotten more. There might be more up in the plants, but they definitely got to the fry before I did, because females of this size are having more than 5 fry at a time. So once again, the longfin males are in there because I have no place to put them and they can't do any damage and they look beautiful. So taking a step back, it's a 10-gallon tank, and these fish are incredible, even with all the live baby brine shrimp in there. I mean, you walk up on a tank like this and it's, it looks like Christmas, red and green. So good stuff. So I'll film a slightly younger group. I believe they are 4.5 months old. And oddly, out of that batch, which was from a longfin female, I didn't get any longfin males, which is good. And then I'll film some other breeders I have so you can see them up close a little bit better. So hang in there. I'll be right back in the space of a couple seconds. All right, now this group is about just under 5 months old, 4.5 to 5 months old. They should show up okay. I'm using a tank lid that's pretty dirty, and it should dissipate some of the strong LED light. So we'll see how that goes. But as I get the males on here, you can see that all of them are the regular fin variety. So I'm going to keep one trio out of here and probably sell off the rest. I have a couple of longfin females in here. That's one of them right there. Pretty good view of her. That's another one. And what I do, I'll probably sell them as trios. Just a couple trios. That's all I'll be able to spare. So I'll probably send one regular fin male, one regular fin female, and one longfin female. And they're not going to be cheap because I spent about $120 for one trio about 8-9 months ago. But we'll see how it goes. But these look great. I can't complain about a bit. I don't think I've ever paid $120 for a trio of fish before in my life. I only did it because I really wanted these, and they are better than I even expected. And of the fish foods that I sell, the veggie flake, I use the father of all these fish on the label, which if I was prepared, I would actually show you that. I'll probably grab one of those in a second so I can show that before I move on to what some larger breeders look like. So you have any idea how trees use the internet? They log in. They log in. Awful. Truly awful. Alright, you probably had enough of looking at these. Once again, it's not dirt in the tank, it's some live baby brine shrimp that they're going after pretty happily. And these are all regular fin males, which came out of a long fin female on her second batch. The first batch had about, of all the males in the tank, I would say about 30-40% were long fin males. So her second batch was much better as far as for me, because these can be used as breeders. So I'll grab the other food and then I'll end the video with what I think are absolutely amazing looking fish. I think it's about 4 pair, and they just look incredible. Alright, so this is the label I used. That's the father and the mother of all the All Red Albinos I have at this point. And that's the Ultimate Veggie Blend Flakes, which, I think I'm using 8-ounce jars now, but it's not 8 ounces of food because the food is light flakes. But that's how much I fill the jar. It's not like you're buying a bag of chips. It's when you open it, you're going to have flake food flying all over you, more or less. And that's the Ultimate Meat Blend Flakes. And that's what that looks like. So anyway, enough of the shameless plug. But they're pretty good sized jars. I have to redo the auction pictures because I was using smaller jars. Now larger jars, more food for the same price. Alright, I'll wrap up the video with these are the breeders I selected, except I think I have one longfin male in there just for appearances, and a couple of longfin females. Obviously that's one of them, and that's another one. But this is the regular fin one, and check out the size of that dorsal. It is not part of the tail. That dorsal is huge. I don't even know what to call that shape, but you can't even call it a thumb shape. It's gigantic. It's like the beast that ate Cleveland, or whatever the heck that was called. So very, very interesting. Now the longfin females don't get that super long dorsal, despite that they're the longfin ones. So that's really cool, I think. And that's the importance of using both females, I think, because you got to keep the line going the way it's going. So there you can get an idea of how ridiculously gigantic that dorsal is. Now that's just a personal preference of mine. If you're into the IFGA stuff, you probably can squeeze by with these all red albinos, but I think you'll lose some points for the dorsal because it's not a parallelogram type, which is what they judge for. But overall the fish is amazing. Color, size, shape of the fins, width of the tail, just an amazing fish. So I doubt if I'll ever get around to showing these. I'm just going to keep as many as I can and sell some and get them around the hobby. So see if we can get one of these males to flare completely. It's almost like looking at a betta, the size of the fins. It's pretty amazing. So I may redo the photo for the food labels if I can get these guys to show up in a really good picture. I thought I put in a longfin one, but I haven't seen one yet. Could be because I'm not paying attention, which is very likely. I'm trying to just get the best shots I can on here. So how about that? Let me know what you think of these fish. I think you'll like them. And another thing too, I don't mean to sound like a whiner, but I really don't see that the videos are getting watched as much as they used to, and I really don't know if the notifications go out to subscribers, and I don't know how to change that. Apparently there's nothing I can do. I have it set to send them, and I'm not going to aggravate people and send them more than once. So let me know in the comments if you do get the notifications. If you're a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, you're not going to get the notifications, and you won't know about future really bad jokes. So anyway, that'll wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, let me know. You can email me, or you can put the questions in the comments. I try to put my email address in all the video descriptions over about the last year, and you just have to expand it to show more. So, 'cause I get enough spam in my email box as it is, so I didn't want to put the email address in the front beginning part of the description and get destroyed with spam. It's bad enough I already get clobbered to death with my car warranty expired, and my car warranty has not expired, and I'm sure yours hasn't either, and you get the calls too. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll have another video up probably in a day, so I tried to do 2 at once, and this is the first one of 2. So thank you again for watching, and I really appreciate it, and you enjoy your weekend.